Alright guys, welcome to the live stream. Politics Gaming here, and today we're going to go ahead and continue our little Canada live stream. Today we're going to, again, continue our little gameplay that we have going on of us playing the Federation of Canada. What is going on, Nigerian Prince? Welcome to the live stream. We actually have a situation right now. We actually have a situation right now. In the United States, they're actually dealing with an oil slick, and it doesn't look like there's any cost of it as of yet. But there is still an oil slick off the coast of California, so that is very unfortunate for the Americans. Other than that, we can look at our own situation. We don't have any natural disasters going on. However, we did finally improve our balance of we're actually pretty equal in solar powered electricity nuclear electricity, and fossil electricity. So that's actually pretty good to actually have a very diverse amount of power stations across the nation. That's what you get for having a lot of oil. Yeah, right. So I actually wonder what caused the oil slick. I don't know if it was a boat sinking or something like that. I mean, I've rarely ever seen oil slicks in in any nation actually. The only ones I ever really see it commonly with is Greece and maybe even Japan. But I've never ever actually seen an oil slick with the United States, so that's actually very interesting to see. The United States is still dealing with that little terrorist attack, $76 million worth of damage in Grand Rapids. So we actually held a poll last time, so I'm actually going to go ahead and go check on that poll. Let's go ahead and see what the results for that was. We have 70% of voters telling me to deport those that are in Canada illegally. So, without further ado, I'm actually going to deal with that once I actually get higher approval, because if I do it right now, I'm going to lose everything. That's what you get. Oh, wait. Nigeria gets a lot of oil spills often. Yeah, I think they do. I remember there was one that they had where, like the whole coast was just completely full of oil, and it was, like, completely ignored. It wasn't as widely, watched as, the BP oil spill was. Oh, no way! Oh my god, wow, thank you, Eversim. These oil rigs off the coast of the United States were actually, they were actually named French names. And now they actually call Gulf of Mexico USA 2, Gulf of Mexico USA 1. So thank you guys. Thank you so much, Eversim, for actually naming that. Thank you. That is actually a very, very good sign that they are paying attention to what's going on in the game. I don't think I'm going to spend anything yet, but so our highway network, what's going on, Wildest Gamer, by the way? Welcome to the live stream. So our highway network right now is looking... I don't see any cranes over the highway network. Is it usable? Let's try to transport some troops from Vancouver. Uh-oh, there was an attack in Saskatoon. Okay, so we're going to transport 70 troops from here to Calgary. Let's see if they can use the highway. Oh, looks like it's still under construction. That's pretty odd. Okay, let's see what happened in Saskatoon. Forced laugh. I wish we could place gold mines or other types of mines just like oil wells in this game so it's more immersive. Yeah, that would actually be cool. Post office attack. There was 8 dead in Saskatoon. That is very unfortunate. Oh, we already did that. Maybe it would be better if I actually built a highway from Calgary all the way to Regina, since it's actually closer to the border. Unless I just build it from Saskatoon all the way to Regina, and then Regina would connect to Winnipeg. So that's going to be an option of what our highway network will actually look like. What is your opinion of the next DLC? I have no idea what the next DLC is, so I can't really have an opinion on it. Yeah, I think mines would actually... So let's check that. Okay, 21.84. Offshore? Oh yeah, we actually did. Ooh, we paid off $4.5 billion worth of our debt. Jamaican, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and accept them into the OECD. Syria. Is Bashar al-Assad even in power anymore in Syria? No, he's not. Alright. Oh wow, look at all these Russian oil pipelines just cutting across Europe. That is crazy. Speaking of mines, I'm actually going to go ahead and check what my raw materials are actually looking like. Okay, so the custom duties are actually helping out the aluminum sector. So that actually is good. What I meant, watch what you think the next I don't know, honestly. Can't really say for sure. Maybe, I mean, I guess the next DLC would probably have to be the 2019 edition. Knowing their consistency. I mean, we had the 2018 edition, 2009. We had the 2017 edition, the 2018 edition. So that would actually be, that would actually probably be my guess. Maybe they can make the PoliticsGaming a DLC. Would you guys buy that? Alright. So, real estate tax, we're going to have to lower that because inflation is starting to kill that. We actually curbed inflation. Good, 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 good. I like that. I really like that. Okay, let's see what our debt services are at. Debt reimbursement is $32 billion, down by... Alright, so our income is actually starting to go up. Actually, I probably think that's inflation. What do you think of the Apple becoming the first company in the USA to reach the net worth of $1 trillion? I think that's very interesting. I'm not too much into the stock market, but I think it's a great example of how good capitalism actually fares out for private companies and stuff like that. So it's actually a very good signal that our current way of economic freedom is working. And we need to continue this in order to make sure that we are going to be able... Wow. That trade balance, like, blew up. plastics, steel, copper, and electricity. Okay, so let's look at steel. What's our steel industry looking like? I'm going to go ahead and subsidize you by about $500 million. And then let's go to plastics. And remember, plastics was in there. Okay, electrical materials, plastic, steel, and copper. Electricity I can deal with, but... Okay, what? I actually hit copper. Copper, I think... Oh, only needs water supply networks. Okay, so we're good on copper. Electrical materials, plastic, steel, and copper. So we just need to look at plastics. Who can we import from? We can import from... Not Japan. We can... No. We can import from Russia? Spain? No. Thailand, maybe? Maybe China. Yeah, probably going to have to be China. Let's go to China. New contract. All the way down to plastics. 2.8 million tons of plastic for $3,300. Scandal. Yeah, let's go ahead and cover it up for them. Agreement negotiation. Whatever. I'll figure something else out. So let's go ahead and take a look. I need to look at these notifications. Okay. No more controls. We can't go on working like slaves. We spend our time with tax inspectors whose ongoing controls disrupt and paralyze businesses. I've had my third check of the year and never a fine. I figured my accountant, my 3 secretaries, and I spend more time with the inspector than with the board of directors. The same is true for all sectors. If this continues, we will go bankrupt. And we paid off $4.61 billion worth of our debt. Let me see. Onshore wind. Let's go ahead and get this number to 30. Let's go ahead and build a good amount in the Ontario region. There's a giant wind farm in these swamp-looking regions. And then I want to get this solar number up to 30. Or actually 20. What is the pro and cons of Canada? I couldn't tell you, honestly. I haven't played them enough to really... well, actually, one of the cons about Canada would actually have to be that they are a Western nation. They are pretty much developed already to a point to where it's kind of not exactly useless, but it's very hard to get a good export contract. So you're not really going to get a lot of good export contracts with Canada except for oil, especially whenever you sell it to the United States, who is hungry for a lot of oil. Give me a Coke, please. Oh my god, come on, Baxter. Alright, let's go ahead and build one more. Actually, we need to build one more after this. And let's go ahead and build this around here, and that's going to be enough. And then we're going to go ahead and build about 7 solar power plants. Ontario is going to be a beacon of clean energy. If you don't know where that quote is from, then I hate you. Alright, we got build 5 more. Man, USA has to stop using oil and killing our innocent Earth with pollution. It's not exactly just the United States. There's a reason we pulled out of the Paris Climate Accords. Speaking of the Paris Climate Accords, what is you guys' opinion on the Paris Climate Accords? Should the United States have left the Paris Accords? And do you think that individual cities and stuff like that should actually continue the Paris Agreement, as they have said, such as the governor of New York and various cities across the United States? Yeah, I already know Backstar's stance. He could. Backstar. You could like just say it. Just kind of everyone else knows, and if they want to continue, let them. Yeah, that's my opinion on that too. Let's go ahead and see what kind of oil we can find off of our coast. Trump is dumb for leaving the Paris thing, and at least Europe cares about pollution. Call me on Discord. Maybe I should. Maybe I shouldn't. I don't know. I'm gonna look for some oil real quick before I actually call you. He's talking about the Paris Climate Accords. Maybe we have some oil in the Hudson Bay. Alright, Baxter, I'm gonna go ahead and call you real quick. Make sure you're not cussing or anything to make sure that I stay monetized. And let's go ahead and call. If you'll answer. There you are.
Hello.
Hang on, I may have to increase your volume. Ooh,
Why are you spending money you don't have?
No, I have the money. I've been paying off my debt.
And see your numbers.
I got a 0.02% deficit, and inflation is actually recovering.
Let me see the. You don't even have money to be building all that stuff.
Yeah, I do.
But anyway, Canada doesn't have much offshore oil.
Yeah, kind of looked. I tried to.
Most of their oil is pretty much where your gas refineries and oil rigs are, inland.
Trying to figure out what kind
right
of.
Up there around the Dakotas and Montana and Idaho, yeah, that's where your oil is.
Mm-hmm. Looks like my service sector is actually doing pretty good.
Service industry.
I am not going to nationalize the service industry.
How much would that cost? Let me see how much that would cost.
Let me look. 580 billion if I did a minority share.
So how much would you do it if you do a complete control?
$1.9 trillion.
Do it.
Nah. I am not gonna do that. And plus, I wouldn't fully nationalize a sector. Usually
what does
having.
Your military look like?
Let me check. 85,000 career troops, 30,000 in reserves.
What about fighters, tanks?
I got 127 tanks, 624 missile launchers, 115 helicopters. Yeah, I probably need to buy some stuff.
Go buy some fighter planes from the U.S.
Hell yeah. Let's do it.
And then sell them some natural gas.
Let's go to the United States, and 80 million. I'm probably going to have to...
help. You have to help fight ISIS.
They're going to give it to me for a really expensive thing, but...
Dude, how many planes are you going to buy?
37 or 30. They want to sell it to me for $107 million per unit, so I'm probably gonna have to accept that.
You could just God inspire it like I do.
Nah, I'm not gonna God inspire it.
Jesus freaking Christ! That's what, $3 billion?
Yeah, I negotiated it down to $85 million.
You're not gonna get that. You trying to get 30 highly sophisticated fighters for dirt cheap. It ain't gonna work like that.
Ooh, I probably have to negotiate that again. Reduce the retirement age is what someone's telling me to do.
Do not reduce the retirement age. Matter of fact, what is the retirement age?
I'll check in a second. I'm trying to buy some, I think I could actually buy a nuclear submarine.
You don't need a nuclear submarine. If you don't have nuclear bombs, what's the point of having a nuclear submarine?
Well, it's a submarine that wouldn't be detected, and
wait, nuclear submarines are not detected? I did not know that.
Yeah, they're not detected, and they're actually pretty.
Buy like 4 of them from
Oh, there we are.
France,
Nuclear submarines.
Germany, U.S.
I'm gonna do my own production of them. I need steel,
Do you have
electronic
the research stuff needed to do nuclear submarines?
Let me check.
There's
a reason we have to use oil, cars, military energy. What? Made no sense at all. I'm about to hit my goal of a 100,000 strong military. Ooh, I got national protests.
What do you need that much men for if you're not going to do anything with them?
It's just more of a defense posture.
Oh yeah, 2% NATO, because Canada does not meet the 2%.
Do we not?
Thing. Okay. No.
Let me look.
I think they're like 1%, if not 0.5%.
Well, in Power and Revolution, they're 3.5%. Robert's telling me to buy more fighter planes. Oh yeah, I need to do that operation
you need to buy some tanks.
Yeah, I need to produce. Tanks. I need to do some military production. That's what I need to do.
Just buy it from the U.S. and you know, if you're playing a country like Canada, there's no point in doing research when you could just buy it from the U.S. and it's just as fine, and just put that money that you're going to be investing into something else.
Raise your military research politics. Oh. Let me look.
That's money that you're spending that you don't have.
Hey, I got that money.
Dude, unless you have a wealth fund, you ain't got no money. You paying off debt.
I'm gonna add $900 million into my research.
Excuse me. You will not believe what I am drinking right now.
Not beer?
A Diet Coke. What does the Canadian dollar look like compared to the US dollar?
Let me check. 82 cents, up from 80 cents.
Ooh. Okay.
Inflation at the beginning of the game was 1.4%. I've actually curbed it from 2% all the way to 1.6%.
What did you do? Increase interest rate?
I increased the interest rate, and I increased the interest rate, and then I increased the tax investigation law to frequent and very repressive. Ooh, I got more protests.
Oh, okay. The demonstrators I was playing Germany, and my growth is completely out of control. It's like I have like 10% growth right now. It's not good. Did you make a trade deal with France?
No, I did not.
We'll buy some tires from them or something.
Hang on, I'm having to deal with this riot right now.
Just sit in the military and call it a day.
Yeah, I know, that's what I'm doing.
What is it, the pacifist people?
Ooh, they're going after Parliament again.
My thing about the whole Paris Accord is this. I don't see why we left the Paris Accord.
Oh man, my popularity is just suffering right now.
Okay, because you're increasing military for no reason. You trying to have 100,000 men. What you need to have that many men for?
Services. I'm gonna go ahead and give them $500 million.
To what?
Services.
Why?
233
Why are you giving
people.
the service industry $500 million?
Just to kind of get approval.
Dude, you're. This is the freaking problem with the Liberal Party in Canada. They spend money that they don't have.
Exactly.
You don't have $500 million to throw away. Oh my God.
Well, apparently one of the one of the ministers
you want
was.
your popularity to go up, invest in health.
Yeah, I know.
When is the election?
2020, apparently.
Why is it in 20? I thought it was in 2019.
It is in 2019. That's what confused me, honestly.
It's probably a bug. Typical Eversim.
I know, right? Alright, let's go ahead and invest in 20,000.
What who's in control of Congress in the US?
Let me check. Republican, the Democrats.
What?
Apparently the Democrats must have lost.
How many seats do the Democrats have?
According to this, the Independents got 5%, the Republicans got 43%, and the Democrats got 51%. So the Democrats must have 51 seats in the House.
They have 51% of the seats in the House.
Usually it accounts for that, so
the blue wave.
Yeah, so I don't know what. How many seats are in the House?
435.
435 divided by.
So it's like 220.
Yeah, somewhere around at least 218.
So like 220, 221-ish.
Liberals always overreact. That's what someone said.
Who's he calling a liberal?
I'm gonna cut the employment agency while also increasing some of the funding.
Dude, cut the employment agency like 4 stars and then put the money into the first 2.
Yeah, I know. That's actually what I did.
No. See, now, okay. No. See, now you're about to spend money you don't have.
You literally just you said cut it by 4 stars and then put it into the first 2.
Yeah,
That's
see,
saving me about $2.5 billion.
Put money in the unemployment checks and that other crap.
Let me see what else I can actually put it into. Okay, fight against child labor and accommodations for handicapped.
Increase minimum wage. That's a good way to get your popularity up.
True, but that would make inflation go up. That's the thing.
Well, don't increase it like $15. Excuse me.
Okay, it's at 1860 right now. Should I increase it to 1900?
1950 should be good.
I'll do 1925.
But also to counteract inflation, excuse me, you may want to decrease the pensions.
Let me see what I'm giving into pensions. $724. I can decrease that to 710.
My question is this: if Justin Trudeau's party is, excuse me, liberal, the Liberal Party, which is the center left party, why is it in Power Revolution it says his party is center right?
I don't know. Honestly,
Everson,
that's
fix that, please. Oop.
huh.
I'm watching football and there was a bad snap.
All right. Hey, what's going on, Max Sprin? Welcome to the live stream. Welcome back, actually. Max Sprin is actually the
4th and 26. Just punt the ball.
yeah, if you actually don't remember, Max Sprin is actually the developer of Arms Race: The Cold War Era.
I do remember. Dude, what the frick are you doing in the healthcare?
I just increased the staff by about 10,000, 20,000.
Oh, because I thought you increased. I see max stars on a whole bunch of stuff.
Well, yeah. That was what I did in the beginning of the game to cut costs, but also allow it because I cut like the first two, and then I increased everything below hygiene and maintenance of establishments.
What's your trade balance look like?
In what? Just generally?
Yeah, your trade deficit. I know you're at a trade deficit.
Of course, every country's in a trade deficit.
Not really. China has a massive trade surplus.
Yeah, that's because they're China. They're producing everything.
And I think India may have a trade surplus as well. Germany, surprisingly, does not have a trade surplus. So I'm trying to work on that.
I got a question right here. Politics, what do you think about increasing the retirement age of Canada? Well, for one, I need to check the trade balance. So my trade balance is negative $560 billion.
Oh, that's not that bad. You can sell some natural gas to the U.S. and Mexico.
I already have a couple of trade contracts going in.
Yeah, but don't increase retirement age. The only time you increase retirement age is
my retirement age for men and women is 65.
What's your unemployment?
Unemployment's like 3 or 4%. GDP per capita is about to hit 50,000.
So if you, I personally wouldn't increase retirement age because it has negative effects on popularity. People don't like that.
Someone's telling me to trade with China.
God, no.
I mean, I'm not competing with China, so if I sell them stuff, GDP is like $1.9 trillion.
It should be $2 trillion right now.
Let me look. GDP is $1.8 trillion.
You're supposed to be fixing Canada's shattered economy, and you're ruining.
You call every country a shattered economy.
I don't call China's economy shattered.
It's because they're rigging the entire economy.
Japan's economy shattered.
Nigerian prince. That's why the USA will be bankrupt by the time his term is over. I just know it will.
We have to put food on our families.
Food on our families? What?
It's an inside joke. Only me and RG will understand.
Shut up. Defense budget 22. So 3.5% of my budget's going there. So I'm spending $22.6 billion on my military.
Going to what? The military?
Hmm.
Dude, build an offshore military base.
Offshore military base?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm just clearing my throat. Excuse me.
I can't build offshore military bases.
Well, why?
I don't think you can build offshore military bases.
Well, you have to get a military alliance or a military pact with the country.
Oh, Oh, I thought you were talking about literally building the base offshore.
No, you dingbat. Somebody in a different
I
country.
was like, what are you
I
talking
should have
about?
said overseas military base.
Yeah, I already actually have an overseas military base. It's in Kuwait.
Well, okay. Build another one in Saudi Arabia.
Where else could I actually build one?
Beijing,
Hmm?
are you going to fix Canada's shattered economy?
Maybe. I mean,
Or you
I'm
or
trying
you
to decide where I should build my military base. Maybe
first off,
Croatia.
do you really think they're gonna let you build a military base on their country? No.
China's producing copyrighted material.
Who?
That's what Nigerian Prince said.
I tell you what, China producing fake crap tires.
I was waiting for you to say fake news.
China, now let me tell you what's fake news. Clinton News Network, aka CNN. Now, folks, PG actually watches CNN. I'm like, dude, how can you watch those people? How do you watch those people?
Ooh, I got a meeting with the leader of Croatia.
Pertaining to what? The economy?
Well, they invited me for a meeting.
So you're gonna pitch your idea of a military base?
Probably.
You ain't gonna get it.
Someone's telling me to strengthen ties with China so I can build a military base there.
Why would you want to build a military base in China?
Hell if I know.
China is not gonna want you to build a military base there. Speaking of China, China is actually opening their first overseas military base
Yeah, they already did in Djibouti.
in Djibouti.
They built that back in 2017.
Yeah, but they're um just now using it, getting it operational. So I'm continuing my Germany game. What is a good way to get low growth, your growth down? PG,
More taxes.
lower taxes.
Yeah, if you want to cut growth, you should increase taxes.
Wait, you say cut growth?
You want to cut growth, right?
Yeah, because it's a little too high for my taste.
Either cut the contract or cut the contract, or basically you need to increase taxes. Like value added taxes is a good way to cut growth, and
Okay. Yeah, but value.
the
What about
financial transaction tax actually is pretty good too.
tax on financial transactions? I don't even have a tax on that. Well, we're about to create one right now.
God, Canada's income tax policy is really, really liberal.
Well, who's the prime minister, you dingbat?
Exactly. God, my real estate tax keeps going up. It's kind of like trickling up, but my revenue.
Trumped up trickle down economics.
Shut up. I'm gonna lower it down to 1825. It's gonna cut about $1 billion worth of revenue from my federal money pool, but
I am on the way for Germany to become the third.
oh come
largest
on, there's
economy.
protests going on.
What do you mean? What happened?
Everyone hated that tax cut I did for housing.
Well, I don't know what to tell you.
I have the ability now to cut all debilitated housing.
Good. That's good.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna cut it all the way down to 0, and then we can invest in more public housing.
Demonstration.
I can hear my voice in the background. Alright, let's see what else we can do. Down with the regime.
The bill has been
Alright, our decrease of the pensions has actually passed. And minimum salary has passed. We got an additional 8% of revenue. I mean, approval.
PG,
What?
we have a
Sales?
situation.
What's the situation?
I'm in the process of fixing Germany's shattered economy.
Hell yeah.
In 2018, I had $2.5 trillion of public debt. I now have $890 billion.
What features do you think were in this game that Eversim should add? Honestly, I think that they should allow you to have the ability to name construction projects and pipelines and stuff like that.
I think I should have the ability to join the G7.
Yeah, maybe a
G20.
greater ability to join the G7 and stuff like that. Those kinds of organizations.
Or just make them active because they're just like,
Yeah. All right, cool. I just signed a trade agreement with the Croatians. See what they want to do with a military base.
you ain't gonna get one.
Yeah, probably not. Damn, never mind.
The only way that I found to actually get a military base is to God and Spy.
I've done it without doing a military base. Or without doing God and Spy. Oh man, my aluminum industry is just falling apart.
What's going on?
The trade balance has dropped from $10.8 billion to negative $1 billion.
Well, have you imported aluminum?
No.
We'll put a customs duty on it of like
I did a
2%.
I did a 2% custom duty, and I
We
just
increased it to 3%.
now I'll do it to 5%.
No, that's too high. It's way too high.
No. 7% is the cap by the WTO.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 7% is the
would
cap.
not believe, but Germany, I am producing 9.7% of the world's cars.
Up, there's a wildfire in Quebec.
Oops.
Up
Should I? What is?
against.
Oh my God. Should I nationalize the auto industry?
No. Or
Why?
if you want to, do it by a minority share.
But let's see if my party will support that. No. Let's just support it now.
Victim compensation at nearly
Ooh, I'm
$800
in a
million.
deficit now. That's not good. Jeez, my party does not like that.
I have an extremely diverse energy production right now.
Me too. I actually built some nuclear power plant.
No.
What?
No, you gotta be kidding me. There's a cyber attack.
We have resisted the attack.
Oh, thank God.
Systems,
Thank you.
up to date.
What
Very
happened?
few victims to report over. The fortification of our security.
My investment of cybersecurity paid off. My country resisted the attack. So the protection system, especially in companies, are up to date. Very few victims are reported overall. The fortification of our security software in our government and vital infrastructures turned out to be very effective. So that was just with a silver cyber protection plan.
I always go for gold.
Yeah, I usually go for silver or gold. I'm gonna go ahead and do a cyber awareness of cybersecurity though. And I am going to increase the amount of cyber analysts I have in my country.
So I now have a $197 billion cash surplus. What about you, PG?
I have a 1.1 or a 0.11%. Okay, 0.08%. surplus right now. And my public debt is $1.67 trillion, but it's been going down.
There's a reason why I don't play the US or Germany. It's because of the bicameral freaking parliament and Congress.
Oh, guess who's behind a cyber attack?
Who?
The United States. Right as one of my subscribers, or right whenever Max Sprin said it, he said, "I remember I told you in my Canada game I was always under cyber attack by the United States." And then right as he said that, I got a report from my intelligence agency that the United States was behind the cyber attack.
Why would the US cyber attack our most friendly and most important ally?
No idea. Maybe
That's
I should
a declaration of war.
Maybe I should retaliate. Nope, never mind.
Hey, yeah, you should retaliate. You'd be dumb if you don't.
No, I have like my attack thing is like my attack value is like 500 and their defense value is like 7. Or it's like 2500 or something like that.
Well, how do you increase that?
More cyber analysts, better funding of cryptography and cybersecurity. I think a cyber analyst does it though. Having more cyber analysts actually helps. Military cyber attacks though are the hardest.
Oh my god.
What?
I have just doubled. So I put the automotive industry under the minority shareholder, and my Minister of Finance says that is a good idea.
I can literally hear myself in the background while you're watching my video.
Okay, I'll turn the volume down.
All right.
Industry. I thought.
Made inquiries on where to get a van. Browse sites with sexual content. Sign up for a contact sport. Saw a violent film in a movie.
What is a good way to increase production?
In a sector? I don't know. Well, actually, subsidies and things like that.
And you also have to buy them. You also have to have an abundance supply of materials.
Yeah, whatever raw materials they need.
And dang.
Ooh, we're almost done with all the power plants that I actually had under construction. I have a crap load of energy plants in Ontario.
Okay, looks like I'm gonna have to buy some stuff.
Alright, we're about on the day that we should actually complete those wind farms. Oh man, they're only producing 0.3 terawatts. Wind power is now accounting for 2% of my power. Oh no, there was an earthquake in the United States.
Don't send them no money.
Costed $3 billion and 322 people are dead. It was off the coast of Alaska. And we just paid off $5 billion worth of our debt.
Yay. This is gonna screw up my trade balance, but I have to do it.
Honestly, I have no idea how to recover trade balances.
You have to basically sell your products.
Someone said, why would the US attack you anyway? I have no idea. Macedonia just applied to become a member of NATO. And the General-in-Chief of the Canadian Army has died.
Bummer.
I'm gonna go to whenever we complete these solar power plants in Ontario. Parliament.
My currency is going down.
Is Canada a parliamentary republic?
Yep. No, it's a parliamentary. It's a monarchy. Parliamentary monarchy.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, they're not a
think so.
republic.
No, they're a parliamentarian.
Okay, inflation's starting to curve back up. I'm gonna increase the interest rate to 6%.
What is my interest rate?
And debt. For some reason, I'm paying off all of my debt, but like I'm owing myself more money. Oh, that's just foreign debtors. Like I'm paying off all that money to foreign, all that money that I owe to other entities, but oh my god, the Spanish have a female prime minister. They just asked for a meeting with me. So everyone that's watching right now, they actually have 8 people watching. I've actually noticed that there's literally no likes on this video. So everyone who's watching right now, go ahead and leave a like. And if you haven't, go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you are actually new here. Call up the reservists. Launch a secret campaign to acquire nuclear weapons.
I don't want to sell. I want to buy.
Do the Canadians have a space program? Yes, they do.
Is it funded properly?
Yeah. I mean, we actually have participation with the Indian space program, but...
Hey, the Prime Minister of Spain wants to meet with me as well.
We got like 3 people liked that have liked the video, but I want like 8 likes on here, guys. Come on, let's do better than that.
I want a Mercedes Benz.
I wonder if I should invest in a launch pad though, because if I don't have my own launch pad, then I would be dependent off of other launch pads, such as in France, Russia, and the United States. You know, another cool feature that would actually be cool? If you could actually select where or what launch pad the space mission would launch from. Like, because there's a launch pad in California. So like somewhere in the middle of California. And then there's like
does not want to drop.
There's like 3, there's like another one. There's Kennedy Space Center and Cape Canaveral Space Center.
Okay, let me go to my contracts.
All right, we got 5 likes, guys. I want 3 more likes. Come on. Let's get all the way. Actually, let's go up to 10. That's going to be my goal.
Oh, there goes my steel contract.
What do you need to make steel, actually? I need to look that up.
You need a whole bunch of stuff.
Let me look. Steel, you need iron, coal, water supply networks, and electricity.
Yeah, I just imported.
And sodas, you need water supply networks, plastics, and sugar. Sugar, spice, and everything nice. Great public bionics is what you need to make video games, too. I'm going to make sure that I... Okay. Water supply networks. Okay, so rare earth oxides doesn't produce anything.
I'm about to negotiate the cheapest trade deal in history.
On what?
Steel. I'm about to ask for a whole bunch of steel and not pay for it.
Well, it looks like I may have a little bit of a production of nuclear submarines. Let's see what I can actually buy. Let's go to nuclear submarines. Yeah, I can actually produce rank 2 nuclear subs. But I don't have the production for it yet. But they would cost pretty much a lot. I need to
launch a
buy.
cyber attack against Pakistan.
Who are you playing?
Germany. Okay, we're gonna have to sell our shares.
Alright, justice. Propose a law to legalize the death penalty. Amnesty. Sale limited to hunting arms, which must adhere to a licensed system and undergo inquiry. I'm going to build 11 prisons across Canada. Hey, what's going on, Erkand Castorati? I've never seen you in any of my live streams, so welcome to the live stream. And so I have that. So I've actually finally rehabilitated 129,000 houses.
That's good.
Rehabilitation of uninhabitable buildings. Well. So I'm going to produce 12,000 public houses across Canada. How about me? Wow. Hey, what's going on, Stephanie? I've never actually seen you into the live stream. I've been watching this stream from Albania. Huh, nice. Good luck to Albania and whatever Albania's doing. Actually, that would actually be interesting if everyone who's watching this live stream actually right now would put what country they are actually based out of. I have 7 people watching as of now, so guys, I want to see 7 comments of where you guys are from.
You know where I'm from.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're in the call with me, so don't really need you.
Yeah. I just negotiated the biggest and cheapest trade deal in the history of trade deals. Vote for
All right, we got 3 people who've already commented. We got Max Sprin from Canada. We got Stephanie, who is from Haiti. We got Kyle, who is from the United States. We got Nora, who is from, I believe that is Ukraine. Oh, no. He literally just said hi. I don't even know.
Oh my god.
You guys are talking some weird Russian right now. Because we're Russian for news. I'm gonna die. I almost said I wanted a KMS, but... So, what I actually want, we have 8 people watching, guys, so I want to see 2 more likes so we can get all the way up to 8 likes, and then after that, I want to see it go all the way up to 10 likes.
I want to see it go all the way up to 1,300 likes.
You know, one of the best things ever that would happen if I actually had every sim in my live stream?
How you know they're not in the live stream?
Maybe they're watching. We just don't know. So, Spain wants to sell me some maize.
It's probably at a ridiculous price.
Yeah, 161. My purchase price is 163. I'm going to reduce it to 121. 121, 129, 137.
Oh, this game is close.
Alright, so I'm going to call this the CanSpa. CanSpa agreement. They want to sell me 3.4 million tons of maize. That's actually a good contract I could actually get. Did they even accept that? Wow, I'm so tired that I have no idea what kind of contracts I'm accepting. Most of my contracts are actually pretty good, except for the one I signed with Croatia.
1 week before the beginning
I
of
haven't. I have some pretty bad contracts I'm about to get rid of.
Yeah, I need to suppress the Croatian contract. Forest fire in Quebec. Come on, there's another forest fire in Quebec? Speaking of that, I actually have a... Oh, that's actually what it is. We have a Montreal Film Festival we actually have that Max actually wanted us to start.
We have strong suspicion.
Oh no, there's about to be a terrorist attack just a couple of days before the Montreal Festival. Ooh, bought a canister of gas. I think I know who the terrorist is. We're gonna go ahead and proceed with an arrest. Damn it! Movie festival's coming to Montreal. Interesting. Let's actually check that to make sure it's actually, I'm talking about the right one. Montreal Film Festival, yeah. Yeah, I'm actually going to increase their subsidy to $12 million. You know what, I'm actually going to cheat a little bit. I'm actually going to figure out who the terrorist leader is via... Oh.
Oh, he's cheating.
Well, I think one of these guys made an inquiry on where to get a van and withdrew a large sum of money, so I'm going to go ahead and arrest him, actually. Alright, neutralization of Joshua Nalin, Total Jihad's head. But the Jihadist Caliphate is the one that is about to attack. And I have all of them under investigation. So who is the leader? Richard Chutin is the leader. Bought a canister of gas. I tried to arrest him. And we're going to lose a lot of popularity because of this terrorist attack. Human rights. Like, yeah, suspected terrorist Richard Chutin was released.
The population
Compensation
by the disaster is in a very precarious situation.
$900 million will go to the victims of Quebec.
To the victim?
The victims. Alright, there was a terrorist attack in Saskatoon. Arson in Saskatoon, in an annex of the Ministry of Defense. One person has died. How many terrorist attacks even happen in Canada? Kinda a lot. Look, Richard Chutin was under surveillance. Oh my god, come on, Power and Revolution. I could have gotten that guy.
How did you decrease your inflation?
I increased the tax investigation level.
You decreased it?
Increased. I put it to frequent and very repressive.
Okay, and it's not going to pass, so it's going to pass now.
You need to put it into a reform. Ooh, apparently President Erdogan got voted out in Turkey, so I'm actually probably going to be meeting with the new guy.
Yeah, no.
No, I'm going to go ahead and refuse a meeting with the president of Turkey.
That's your ally.
Yeah, but they do so many bad things.
I should invest in my agriculture sector. Let's put 80. Let's put $200 million into the agriculture sector.
Never heard of them, only in the US. Well, I mean, Canada, I mean, the one I specifically remember was an attack outside of the the halls of Parliament in 2014. Other than that, you don't really hear a lot about terrorist attacks in Canada. I don't know why, even though there are a frequent amount of them that happen. Air transportation, we're making $15 billion off of that. Once I actually finish construction on these solar power plants, I'm actually gonna go ahead and sign off for tonight. Currency is now at 1.68. Inflation's starting to curb back up again. I may need to increase taxes.
Should I hold a referendum on Germany's status in the European Union?
I would say no. Because if Germany were to leave, then the whole organization would collapse. Ooh. Montreal Film Festival finally comes ahead, and there was a satisfactory result.
The relative success of the event, which had good attendance, but the few renowned artists and the limited capacity of the buildings did not allow us to achieve international recognition.
It did not achieve international recognition because of the few renowned artists and the limited capacity of the buildings. So that means they probably need a bigger subsidy than $12 million. So now I'm actually going to give them a $50 million subsidy. Congrats with the film festival. Hey, what's going on, Shingle Top? I've never seen you in the live stream, so welcome to the live stream. Again, everyone who is watching right now, go ahead and leave a like. Ooh, Thailand thing has been dismantled. ISIS is a fraction of what it was in 2015. Yeah, I know, right? Declare tax amnesty. No, no, no. Don't forget about ecology. Of course. Solar-powered electricity is about to become a massive amount of my electric production, which actually all of them are about to be completed. ISIS lost all of its territory. Yeah, in the game, especially if you get the 2018 edition, they lost all of the territory they had. Alright, we completed all of our solar power plants, so we're going to go ahead and check on our energy production for it. Wow, nearly a quarter. That's actually really cool. Nearly a quarter of my energy is now coming from solar electricity. We are now producing, let me look, 171 terawatts of electricity from that, and our national electric production is now 741 terawatts, and our consumption is actually at about 600 terawatts. It's actually rebounded from 587 terawatts, and it's actually been gradually increasing over the past year, actually. Which actually, I could actually start dismantling fossil energy plants. If I'm not mistaken, you need to build more theaters to attract more attention to it. So that was in Montreal. So if I build culture, let's go to culture. Let's go ahead and invest. What? It's not letting me build it. Yeah, that's weird. I'm gonna go to culture. Let's go to culture. Blah, 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 blah. There you go. Beijing World Basketball Championship. Go ahead and give that. Construction in Quebec.
We are now building 10% of the world's cars.
Hell yeah. We're gonna go ahead and assign 1,000 people to that theater. 10,000 seats. Monument dedicated to the head of state of, or head of the government. Let's go ahead and put one of those in there. Let's go ahead and build 5 municipal theaters in Quebec. And 8 venues, theater venues in Quebec. I never even knew these things actually had any purpose. Quebec, we're going to go ahead and put 2 5,000 seat venues in Quebec. And I think that's enough building for now. Museum with an international reputation? Maybe. Actually, it would make a lot of sense to put something like that in Quebec. We're going to go ahead and invest $2.5 billion into that. And before I sign off, I am actually going to come over here. We're going to go to main highways. And we're going to build a highway from Saskatoon all the way to Regina. Let's go ahead, main highway, Saskatoon to Regina. It's doing some weird, like, clipping through the ground. No one wanted it to look like that. Alright, there we go. So that would actually look a lot better. We can actually do max funding, get that done in about 5 months. Go ahead to, you should make the highway pass through Toronto. Well, what my plan is to connect Vancouver all the way to Toronto. So we're going to go ahead and get that done in about 6 months. A highway from Saskatoon all the way down to Regina. And then the next highway project is going to be Regina all the way to Winnipeg. And then Winnipeg will connect all the way down to Ottawa. So it would be connecting the capital of the nation all the way to Vancouver. So you could drive there by highway. And then plus it's more of it is actually more of a national security thing. So just in case there is a military invasion on the west coast of Canada, we will actually be able to efficiently move our troops across the nation from Ottawa all the way to Vancouver. So, let me go ahead and do a couple of more things. Yeah, I mean, our eastern side of the nation is actually, like, connected. Maybe you should make the highway go to Florida because a lot of Canadians want to warm. That made a lot of sense. Well, actually, I can't actually build into... I can't actually build into the United States, but that's mostly why I'm trying to develop the highway network from Vancouver all the way to Ottawa. Because, I mean, like, we have so many miles of pipeline, but we don't have any miles of highway. So, after that, I think I'm going to go ahead and sign off right now. So, everyone who's watching right now, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new here. I will probably be here tomorrow with another live stream. and continuation of the Canada series. So guys, if you guys like this, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next gameplay of Canada, where we will continue work on the Trans-Canadian Highway and a lot more fun stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.